Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Stephanie.
Good to see you today. Let's talk about sex.
Woohoo! I like it.
It's on a lot of couples' minds. We certainly hear from a lot of couples who are concerned about their sexual connection and coming to us. The most common phrase I hear from couples when they first come in, and usually they whisper, is there something wrong with us? And so, Jessica, maybe would you spend a little bit of time with us today talking about maybe discrepancy in desire when one person wants sex a lot more than the other person, and is there something wrong with us? What do you talk to that couple about? How do you help them? Maybe help our viewers to understand how with the Gottman method we help couples with this very, very all too common issue.
First of all, I love talking about sex. I love talking about intimacy. And for the people who are watching this, this is one of the most common. It's very, very normal for couples to come in here and they're asking, is what's wrong with us? Or one person might have a higher sexual libido or lower. First of all, it's very, very normal. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong. It's part of relationships in some form. And so one of the things when working with these couples, and I've seen so many couples come in and I love how you kind of whispered that, Stephanie, because literally there's a taboo topic and there's a lot of could be a lot of shame and a lot of hush hush mindset. And that's why I love just opening up that conversation in a safe environment in order for couples to ask those questions, because sex life is important for relationships this way. So one of the things that I let couples know is it's very, very normal, as well as to provide some hope. And so I do a lot of educating couples. Hey, biologically, what does this look like? Or environmentally, or helping couples to start having those conversations and to be comfortable is one of the biggest things that research has shown. It helps couples to have a more satisfying sex life.
And wait, what was that? It sounds like a very important secret. How do couples have a more satisfying sex life, Jess?
The more they communicate or talk with one another about their sex life. And I'm not saying hey, are you horny today? Really going deeper, hey, what are your turn-ons? What turns you off? What's your beliefs? All of that about sex life.
Yeah.
Actually have a more satisfying sex life.
So really learning how to talk about sex. As simple as it sounds, it's really a lot harder for most of our couples, how many people have really been raised in a home or an environment where sex is talked about, where it's encouraged to be talked about, where they're comfortable talking about it. It's unfortunately all too rare. And so it sounds like you do a really good job with couples of beginning to create a safe environment for them to both learn how to open up about it, to learn what's normal and to not, feel so ashamed or probably secretive about all their desires and all of their sadness. And, so many couples are carrying around, kind of, again, secret feelings of tragedy about their sex life. And so by beginning to open up, learning, kind of how normal some of these issues are and how utterly treatable they are, it sounds like you kind of begin to help them, through learning how to have conversations. Is there anything else, that you often educate couples about when it comes to sex? What do you find yourself repeating a lot, when it comes to again, education about something like sexual desire discrepancy, or how to make a sustainable, enjoyable sex life possible in a long-term committed relationship? What do you find yourself saying a lot to couples?
Other than the biggest thing is just to kind of normalize things, because especially with people, they've, like you said, never really been taught. And I always like to kind of tell couples it's very systemic. So it's not just about the penis and vagina moments. My bad if I said that, but you know, like I love talking about this. Just being able to have these kind of conversations where like it impacts the trust, it impacts the playfulness and the funness in their relationship, it impacts the like different life stages. So becoming new parents, like physically you change and differences, and so kind of like viewing it holistically or kind of from a systemic perspective really helps couples to, like you said, be educated, and also to kind of understand and to have these kind of conversations. So
yeah, that's wonderful. Wonderful. So thank you, Jessica, for sharing just a little bit. I know it's a much more complicated, complex topic, but it's on a lot of our couples' minds, even if they're coming in for communication at first, often sex comes up. So it's really good to know that this is an area you love working with couples on. It's also a difficult area for many. And so being able to help them, to get more comfortable talking about this sounds really important. And I'm so glad that you're here to help couples with their sexual concerns. And if anyone would like to schedule a consultation with you or with any of our therapists, they can go on our website, counselingatl.com, or they can call our administrative assistant on our number. But thank you again, Jess, for your time and expertise. I hope you have a great day.
Stephanie. Bye.
Bye.